Yo, what's up, guys? I wanted to drop you a little tip. I mixed the song Don't Believe It by John Summit on his new album. And we have two main elements, piano and vocal. Let's take a listen. And I wanted to establish a little bit of a nicely working stereo mono relationship between the vocal and the piano. So first, John wanted me to make the piano really wide because many years ago, I mixed and mastered a song of his called Thin Line, which has a really wide piano. So I really wanted to mix this song as close to Thin Line as possible. So first, I've made the piano really wide using this side widener. Although this is not really the tip. I just use this. This is my favorite widener. So if I flick this off, listen to how the piano is not wide. So you hear the piano gets this width, and for so many years I've done one thing that keeps the vocal on top. So on the piano track, I'm using a dynamic EQ that is being triggered by the vocal. So you see what's happening here. So when the vocal is playing, the piano actually docks basically what's like the main power frequencies of the vocal in the mid signal of the piano only. So what this means is the piano keeps the width that I created, but piano actually makes a little bit of room dynamically for the vocal. So this has been a technique of mine for so many years, and I've mixed so many songs like this. And as you know, I've mixed and mastered like dozens of John Summit songs over the years. But I'll show you how to do this because it's really easy to do using dynamic EQ. So I could just, I'm just going to take Fab Filter, could be version 3 or 4. But yeah, I could use 3. For example, that works well. So I'll just put this after my widening plugin. So for this plugin, this is now on the piano track. Sidechain is coming from the vocal, track 22. So it's not doing anything yet. I'll create these 2 nodes. Basically, even one is kind of okay. So I'll create this node and I'll pull this outer ring down. This creates the maximum amount of dynamic negative gain for the EQ. And 2 more things I gotta do. I'll make it mid only. This means that the stereo or the side signal will not be docking. So the piano will get to keep all the width that it has, but it just makes a little bit of dynamic pocket for the vocal. And also one more thing, you gotta set this EQ to be dynamic. So you click on this auto and you see this little arrow. I'll do this to both. So now let's see what's happening. So now the piano is docking the vocal main power in the mid signal of the piano. So this is a really easy way to establish a little bit of a hierarchy in the mix. I always do this in a vocal mix. A lot of times if I'm being lazy, I just put this dynamic EQ on the instrument bus. But every now and then I just copy and paste it on the instrument tracks to be a little more aggressive or be a little more specific. But this tip allows you to keep the width of the instruments, but the instruments sort of dock the vocal, so the vocal will always stay on top. There's a lot of this stuff on my Patreon. So if you want more, go on my Patreon and become a subscriber. See you there. Peace.